Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, plenty of stories, plenty of news as always, as every day, as every night. We are here together to keep you updated. Several things to say, several stories to comment, several news, and so we jump into it together. And guys, today we restart from Barcelona. We start from Barcelona because, first of all, the president, Joan Laporta, confirms the exclusive story from last week. I told you last week that Barcelona had everything in place to sign Karim Adeyemi from Borussia Dortmund, that the deal was closed, that the deal was done for 22 million euros plus 7 in add-ons and a sell-on clause to Borussia Dortmund. And Laporta today, after some days with the player who already arrived in Barcelona last week, then he said, now we are set to confirm, we are set to announce the Karim Adeyemi deal. There were no problems or no issues, also because the player is in Barcelona only waiting for an official announcement, just something to resolve in terms of documents. Now everything sorted. Laporta has confirmed that Karim Adeyemi will be announced very soon as a new Barcelona player. On Barcelona, guys, tonight in Barcelona, someone big has arrived, and that person is Jorge Mendes, one of the most powerful agents in the world. Jorge Mendes was at dinner with the president of Barcelona, Joan Laporta. When he was asked, Laporta, about Jorge Mendes, he said, I was here for Adeyemi, because it's going to be Adeyemi Day. Adeyemi, who in May told Jorge Mendes, let me go to Barcelona. I don't want to go to England. I don't care about other clubs. I don't care about signing a new contract at Dortmund. My dream is Barcelona. Bring me to Barcelona. And when the deal happened, for Adeyemi, it was like a dream. So that's why Jorge Mendes wanted to be there. Then there is going to be more topics to discuss between Jorge Mendes and Barcelona. For example, João Cancelo, that's a deal that Barcelona want to do and will do, that's the expectation, but they still need to fix comments, details of the deal, important details of the deal with Al Hilal. So how to make this deal happen. But the expectation is for the deal to happen because Cancelo only wants to go to Barcelona. Then they have to discuss about Casado. Omar Casado is a player who can leave Barça this summer. He has options in Saudi and not only, also in Europe. So now Mendes is going to discuss about Cancelo and is going to discuss about Casado. Cancelo is waiting for Barça. Someone said 2 weeks ago it's done, it's closed. It wasn't closed. It's going to get closed. I told you here in the channel. I think yes, I think it's going to happen, but it's not done yet. And then the exit of Casado. More to say on Barcelona. Someone linked the arrival of Jorge Mendes with Bradley Barcola as a possibility for Barça, but my understanding is Bradley Barcola is absolutely not involved in anything regarding Jorge Mendes. Jorge Mendes is not the agent of Barcola. Barcola is with another agency, Soko, and Barcola, let me repeat, today, yesterday, last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, Barcola is the top target of Liverpool. Liverpool love Barcola. I know many of you dubbed my information because maybe the information is not everywhere, and so many of you say, but it's impossible, but it's not going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be possible financially, but what I can tell you is that for sure Liverpool remain super keen on Bradley Barcola. That's the first point. Second point, Barcelona are not involved in this story because Mendes is not his agent. Then guys, on Barça, I wanted to add something more. Barcelona have started internally at the moment, so president, director, coach, people of the club, started discussing alternative options if they can sign Julian Alvarez. So Barcelona have started considering alternatives. I will tell you more on names, ideas, and more in the next days, but Barcelona have started the process to consider alternatives in case they cannot get any green light for Julian. So the Julian story remains their priority. Barcelona want to try again, but in case Atletico will maintain their stance that they don't want to sell the player, Barça started exploring other opportunities. So that's the situation around Barcelona and the attacking position, which is going to be a crucial one. More to say about Chelsea, guys. It's been a busy day for Chelsea because Alejandro Garnacho went to Aston Villa. It's a done deal. It's a here we go, loan with an obligation to buy. For Chelsea, the expectation in terms of timing as next signing is that could be Maxence Lacroix. Don't forget the negotiations that continue with Rayo Vallecano for Pep Chavarria as left back, but the centre back they want to bring is Maxence Lacroix. The agreement with the player is almost done, and Chelsea are advancing also with Crystal Palace. Meetings took place in the United States to discuss about Lacroix between Chelsea and Crystal Palace, and now Chelsea are advancing on the deal for the French defender. So Chelsea want to get done Lacroix as soon as possible. work in progress to give La Croix to Xabi Alonso. So this deal is underway. The negotiation is underway. Talks are ongoing. Then on Chelsea, one of the topics of the discussions with Crystal Palace over the last 24-48 hours, from what I can reveal to you, has been Axel Disasi. Disasi did very well on loan to West Ham, returned to Chelsea. West Ham would obviously love to keep the player, but Disasi is unlikely to play in Championship next season. And so now Crystal Palace ask about Disasi as a possibility, but my understanding is that this deal has only been discussed verbally between the two clubs because it's not guaranteed at all that Disasi will enter the conversation. It's not guaranteed at all that it's going to be a swap deal, also because the player prefers to consider different options. So at the moment this story has only been a discussion between the two clubs, but has not reached the player side because Disasi is already exploring different options. Then on Chelsea, let me confirm what I told you over the recent days, and I would say in the last few months, Valentin Barco will be a new Chelsea player. We just wait for an official statement, but all the documents are signed, countersigned, and so Valu Barco will be a player for Xabi Alonso this summer. We just wait for a club official statement about that one. And then guys, let me mention just quickly again something about Rodri, because it's one of the most recasted topics of the recent videos when I go and check your comments here on YouTube and on all the platforms. Guys, Rodri is really insisting and hoping to go to Real Madrid, because Rodri has a personal dream and a family desire to go back to Spain. At the same time, from what I understand, they are still waiting from Rodri's camp to have a green light from Real Madrid president Florentino Perez. As of tonight, still waiting for the go-ahead of Florentino Perez. That's going to be really important in order to say if Rodri to Real Madrid can happen or not. It's Florentino who has the final say. Real Madrid as management are perfectly aware of Rodri's desire to go back to Spain, of Rodri's desire to go to Real Madrid. They know that Rodri is not signing a new contract yet at Manchester City because he's waiting to see what happens at Real Madrid. But the final say to proceed and go in with Manchester City is Florentino Perez. It's Florentino who has to decide what he wants to do. So let's see what's going to happen there. But at the moment, this is the topic. It's still no green light from Florentino Perez. We have to be patient and see what's going to happen with this one. Also, the eventual pricing. Even if Florentino says yes, Manchester City are not letting Rodri go for 20 million euros only because he's out of contract in 2027. Man City will still ask for big money. So also financially, they would have to understand what would happen there. On this, guys, and much more, remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, and see you soon here every single day with Fabrizio on YouTube. Crazy month ahead. See you soon.